Alright, we're going to sharpen up these knives and get trimming. So to do pork belly burnt ends, pretty much we've just got to cut into cubes. So we're going to slice vertically straight down, and we're just going to get these big long chunks cut up. Make sure your knife is nice and sharp to do this bit. Otherwise you're going to make a mess of it and the meat's going to fall out as you try and hold the fat cap still, and they don't turn out to be nice symmetrical square cubes. Now that we've done cut down vertically, switch this thing around, trim them horizontally, and get these beautiful little cube shapes that we're after. Right, now that we've done that, we're going to prepare our rub. But to make sure the rub sticks to the pork belly here, because of the fat cap, things don't stick too well on here. Just to show you what this looks like here. Beautiful meat and fat layer ratio. So to make sure this rub sticks, we're just going to put a small dab of olive oil just on a bit of paper towel here. Drip it in there, just a small amount like that. Fold the paper together so it absorbs a bit quicker. And we're just going to dab and rub along the top of these. We don't want to have a whole heap of oil residue, we just want it to be light enough that the rub has something to stick to here. Just a bit more across the top of these, and we're going to be good to apply our rub. Alright, so today we're using a sweet and spicy pork rub. Basically, this is one that I've done from home, and it's salt, brown sugar, pepper, bit of garlic, turmeric, cumin, paprika, bit of mustard powder, yeah, and we just blend it together and rub it across. Same thing, turn them over to the meat side up, and just, again, a little bit of olive oil across the top so the rub can stick to the meat. Alright, now we're going to rub all these sides up again. Now we're going to rub them up pretty liberally, and then we're just going to turn these things on both their sides. That way the side of these cubes get some rub as well. So we're going to rub up both sides, and then we're going to be good to go. Bit of effort to get all the rub on all sides here, but when you do, it's worth it. So we've cut up the pork belly into the cubes, we've rubbed them up with a homemade rub, which is just paprika, salt, pepper, bit of mustard powder, garlic, turmeric, mix it in a bowl, powder it over the top, and we're going to cook them on the smoker at 225 Fahrenheit for like 4 or 5 plus hours, we'll see. We're going to go by temp, not time, and it's going to give it, that rub's going to give it that real sweet and spicy flavour. And then when we're done with that, and it's done smoking, we're going to put them in a tinfoil tray, put the sweet and sticky barbecue sauce on it, let it caramelise on the smoker for a bit longer, and then we're going to check in. Got the Traeger fired up, mine are mixing Hickory pellets, so they're going to be a nice, cool, sweet, bacony Hickory flavour that's going to go perfect with pork belly burnt ends, man. I did originally say I was going to have the heat on this thing at 225 Fahrenheit. I will for maybe the first couple of hours, just to make, with pellet grills, the lower, the more smoke you get, and we want a nice smoke flavour in them, so I will probably keep it at 225 for the first hour or so to smoke them up, and then we'll pump it to 250. Still going to get great smoke out of this Traeger, but just that 225 for that first lot will penetrate as much smoke as possible into these things and give them that good flavour. So at 250 Fahrenheit for the rest of the cook to get them moving. Based on the cube size and the fat cap on the belly, I'm thinking it's going to be maybe somewhere between 4.5 and 6 hours. We'll see how we're travelling. I'm in no rush. It's going to be good. Alright, we got our pork belly is here. Let's get ready to put these things on. Let's do it. Alright, there we go, they're all on. We'll come back and check these things in a few hours.
3 hours later.
About almost 3 hours in. Let's have a look how these things look. Ooh-wee. Coming along quite nicely. That fat's still got a lot of rendering down to do, So I reckon we'll, at least another 3 hours probably. We'll probably look around the 6-hour mark before we put these things in foil and sauce them up and chuck them back on for a little bit longer. We'll check in a couple of hours, see where we're at. Check the temp of these things. Look, 187. I think we're ready to wrap these things. Oh yeah, definitely. So now it's time to sauce them up, and I'm using Stubbs Sweet and Sticky Barbecue Sauce. I'm going to pour this thing over the top in the tinfoil pan, and mix it around. Yeah, just stir it in there and make sure everything gets covered in sauce. Coming along very nicely. Right, these things are sauced up at temp, and now we're going to just put this, we've wrapped them in the foil pan and put a lid on it just to let these things simmer and get real hot real fast and caramelise on these burnt ends. Be good to take them in, rest them, get the chips served up and ready to eat. Ooh-wee. These things are on the cuffs been done. I have removed the tinfoil layer off the top, so there's some more heat gets to that sauce and caramelizes it up. It's stewed in it, it's marinated in it, and now we're hoping to crisp it up a little bit and really make those flavors and get the reaction we want out of the sauce and the rub to sort of come together and caramelize. So let them go a little longer. We've got the deep fryer on, we've got some beer battered steak cut chips to go on with it because why not? Pork belly burnt ends and deep fried chips. Yeah, can't go wrong. People, the moment of la resistance. Oh yeah, they are done. Yep, there's some nice looking burnt ends. Let's do this. These things are looking good. Those are ready. We've got the steak cut chips in the deep fryer, beer battered ones, so nothing better than sweet, spicy, fatty, wonderful dessert like pork belly pork, burnt ends, and deep fried chips. That is a 5-hour job well done. Let's see how these things go. Oh, oh my God. That is incredible. Perfect smoke ring, caramelised, chewy, sweet, spicy and sticky. That's a job well done. Cheers everyone.